So your farm will only succeed to the level that you develop personally. So that's why the two have to go hand in hand. And now I teach them hand in hand. I don't just teach the marketing how-to anymore, because I know that you will be successful when you get the mental aspect of it too. So here's what it looks like. Some people tell me that they don't have a profitable farm. I hear this from a lot of people because they don't have the right website, or they don't have a website, or their website's not working. Or they say they don't have a profitable farm because they're not in the right location, or they're thinking maybe this will work, or they don't have people willing to pay their prices in their area, or the algorithms are keeping them from their profitable farm, or maybe they're an introvert. I've heard everything from farmers as to why you think you're not building a profitable farm. Here's what I know from my experience, but also from my training. You will have a profitable farm when you learn to manage and master your thoughts to the extent that none of these matter. I have coached and worked with farmers to build profitable farms without a website, or with a crappy website, or who live in the most out of the way place, or who live in communities of people with very low on the economic scale. You can build a profitable farm no matter these things when you learn to master your thinking. It's the most amazing thing. You no longer have to think that you're a victim of the place you live, or you can't get the right website, therefore you will never be profitable. You can build a profitable, sustainable farm when you master your thinking, which is what we're doing here, okay? I'm so excited to help you guys do this. And many of you are brand new to this. This is not taught in schools. I hope this is taught in schools someday. But when you study people who are the most successful in the world, this is what they are doing. So I hope they will incorporate this training in schools down the road. Let me tell you a little bit about the brain. Okay. And also, you're going to want to watch the replay. You're going to want to, it will take you a long time to absorb this. I've spent years studying this. So be sure to watch and rewatch. This is my terrible drawing of a brain. This part, I'm going to speak to two parts of our brain. The survival part over here, which just reacts. It keeps you alive. It has one job, and that's to keep you alive. It does not make decisions. It is the survival instinctive part of our brain. And then we have what I call the adult brain, or our prefrontal cortex, okay? Animals do not have a prefrontal cortex. Only humans do. And we must learn to manage our survival brain with our prefrontal cortex, or we will always be at the mercy. We will be a victim to our circumstances and things going on in our life. And this is the part that we are not taught in school. We think that, oh, that person made me angry. You know, we're conditioned to think that, because no one really understands this unless you went to college and studied psychology, for instance. So this is what we all have, and we have a prefrontal cortex, but we need to learn to step in and manage this part of it. One more little piece of this is this prefrontal cortex up here is what makes us human. It's unique to humans, and that has to manage our survival brain. Otherwise, we will just be running around reacting emotionally and acting in our emotions. Now, you must feel your emotions, but what a lot of people do is they act out of their emotions instead of feeling them and using them to drive productive actions. That's what I'm going to teach you to do. One more little bit before I bring April on. The thought model I use, this is how scientists show us our brain works. We have things that happen in our world, things that are around us that are just neutral circumstances. This is the only thing in your life you can't control. You can't control people, other people. You can't control the weather. You can't control things that happen. You can't control the fact that we have to shelter in place right now, or there's a coronavirus. You can't control your kids most of the time. So you can't control other people or other circumstances. The only thing you can control, though, is your thought about them. Most people think circumstances cause their feelings, but this is how our brains work. There is a circumstance that doesn't cause you to do anything, and you choose to have a thought about it, creates a feeling inside of you, which results in you taking some sort of action or inaction, and you get the results in life, which always reflect back to your thoughts. This is how thoughts in our head work. A thought creates a chemical feeling inside our body. Like we have a thought that triggers a chemical release in our body that turns into some sort of emotion, drives all action. I know this was so brief. When I teach this to my marketing mastery students, I would spend an hour on this or more. So that's just brief to get you started. And then that was just my little 5-minute session on how the brain works. I'm going to go ahead and bring April on because I want to show you this. Instead of telling you more about it, I'm just going to show you how it works. And I have 3 people today who will allow me to do that. Also, you guys, I'm doing these webinars every 10 days or so for the next couple months. So I'm trying to get my camera to refocus. There it did. So if you want to come on live and be coached like you're about to see April in a second, email me and let's get you on here. I do private sessions if you're scared to come on public yet. You aren't warmed up to the idea too. I do private sessions all week long. Those are not free, but they're cheap. So April is, I'm going to bring her on. She is very brave to go first. I'm going to promote you to panelist, April. So everyone hang on. She's going to come. I'm going to allow her to talk. Oh, somehow I brought Betty too. So Betty, don't worry. I'm going to send you back. There's April. That is so weird. Okay, and I'm really sorry, Betty, because I don't know. Zoom moves names. Hi, April. Thanks for hanging out. I'm trying to get Betty to go back. Shoot. Oh, there. She did. Okay. April, thank you for going first today.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, good. I can hear you. I really appreciate you're going to show everyone that this is not scary. You're not going to die if you come on and get coached by me. So, and just so everyone knows, April and I have coached together in the past because she's in my Farm Marketing from the Heart course, and I do coaching in there every week through class. So we've had experience doing this before. So what would you like coaching on today?
Oh man. Okay. So I'm so glad that you're doing this. This is amazing. And I'm really glad that you're reaching out to people and helping other people out that aren't in the marketing classes, because this is really what changed my business.
It is.
This is what changed my mindset.
Yeah.
So
thank you. Thanks for saying that. I see it all the time. So I'm glad you noticed that too. Yeah, I'm going to be doing it in the next couple months. So you can come back as much as you want.
Awesome. Awesome. This is a great deal. So anyways, to my issues, I guess, as much as I'm trying and as hard as I'm working, I cannot get myself to sit down and actually do my taxes. Now, I don't have to do the tax part because I have an accountant, but I have to organize all of my receipts and get them onto QuickBooks and do all of that stuff. And I'm not doing it. I'm not jumping out of bed at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning and doing it. And I'm sure as heck not doing it when I'm going, when I'm coming in at 8 o'clock at night and skidding in and eating dinner and going to bed. So,
okay. So I'm going to start with you. We haven't done this very much, but I'm going to start with you on not doing your taxes as the action.
Ooh, okay.
Why aren't you doing your taxes?
because I have so many other things I'm doing. We had talked about putting 3 things on the calendar every day and accomplishing those tasks. 2 of those 3 things are accomplished every single day, but that one really, really important thing is taxes. Why am I not doing them? I don't want to sit at my desk for the amount of time that it's going to take. I pretty much done the math in my head, and it's going to take an hour a month, and I have a lot of months to get going. So I'm dreading it.
Yeah. Okay. So notice your thought was, I don't want to do them.
I would never think that, Charlotte.
You just told me that. And let's even expand on that thought just a hair. You said do you have 12 months to catch up on, like all of 2019?
2019 and 2018.
All right. Well, let's not get too carried away. Okay. So when you think about what is your thought getting caught up on 2018, 2019 taxes,